Welcome back to Final Fantasy VII, my friends. We are about to take on the second super boss of the game. There it is, peeking in the sand, Ruby Weapon, Emerald Weapon's cousin. To take on Ruby Weapon, before I go and take it on, I'm just going to show you my material preparations. With this preparation, I'm pretty much immortal, but you know, this is a pretty effective way to take care of Ruby Weapon. I think Emerald Weapon is tougher to beat, at least. So I have an HP Absorb combined with Knights of the Round. That means that if I summon Knights of the Round, my all of my HP will be restored. Hades, because if you summon Hades, you can actually paralyze Ruby Weapon for a couple of turns. Even though you can also use the Dazer item, which you can obtain in the Gelnica plane from the monsters there. An HP plus to max out her hit points. Mime, so that in order for Tifa to mimic her own actions, so you know, I can just use Mime over and over, and Ruby Weapon won't even stand a chance, even though I won't. W Summon will allow me to cast Hades and Knights of the Round, or Hades and Phoenix at the same time. Remember to always summon Hades first, because that way you ensure that you paralyze Ruby Weapon, and then you can summon Knights of the Round without trouble, because if you summon Knights of the Round first, Ruby Weapon will always counter with Ultima. MP Absorb combined with another Knights of the Round. Now this is very important, even though it doesn't really take that long to master Knights of the Round materia in the Northern Cave. If you have a regular Knights of the Round, it doesn't need to be mastered, it will still work. So MP Absorb combined with Knights of the Round will also ensure that Tifa restores all of her MP every time that she summons Knights of the Round. And then double cut, of course, and the Phoenix Summon, so that I can revive my other teammates after Ruby uses its tentacles. As for Cloud, W items, just so that I can throw a couple of hero drinks to all of my characters. You see, Ruby has 400 defense, so you'll need to, even if your stats are maxed out, you will need to use hero drinks to increase the damage that you deliver to it. Mime, so that for some reason I want Cloud to restore his hit points, and MP, I can just mimic Tifa, and then Cloud will also summon Hades followed by Knights of the Round. A restore, obviously, to cartridges on my characters, and then just an HP plus and an MP plus to make sure that he has max HP and MP. As for Yuffie, it's pretty much the same thing as Cloud. I also have a counter attack materia to deal a little bit extra damage in case Ruby Weapon attacks me. Double cut materia, Mime, the enemy skill, so that we can use Big Guard and White Wind if it's necessary, and the restore materia. Both Yuffie and Tifa have the Minerva Band equipped. The Minerva Band nullifies fire attacks, so that means that we will be protected against a couple of Ruby Weapon's attacks, namely Ruby Flame, for example. Cloud has the Zydric, so that all of the elemental attacks are cut by half. That means that Ruby Weapon, if it uses Ruby Flame on Cloud, it will only deal half the damage that it's supposed to deal. And obviously a ribbon to protect myself against the status effects that Ruby Weapon can use and that its tentacles can use. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's just hop on our Chocobo and we're gonna collide against it. Ruby Weapon, you going down, son. The reason why you need to start with two of your characters dead is due to the fact that Ruby Weapon won't use its tentacles unless two of your characters are dead, and until it uses its tentacles, you won't be able to deal any damage to it. so you forcefully need to start with 2 of your characters dead. But again, all you need to do is summon Phoenix, paralyze Ruby Weapon first, obviously. And to do that you can, like I said, summon either Hades or use a Dazer. And then if you summon Phoenix, both Cloud and Yuffie will be revived. Now you might be tempted to destroy Ruby Weapon's tentacles. Don't do it, however, because the tentacles can kill you. While it's true that they can drain your MP and deal damage to you, gravity attacks, they can't kill you because their attacks are gravity based. And plus, keeping the tentacles on the battlefield will prevent Ruby from using using certain attacks like Whirlwind, which kicks out one of your party members from the battle, and Comet 2, for example. So now I'm just going to give my characters a few hero drinks. I think that's enough. Is Ruby... don't bother casting Hades until Ruby Weapon is moving again. Okay, it's gonna use Ruby Ray, so let's summon Hades, and we can use Knights of the Round now. Using Hades will ensure that we paralyze Ruby Weapon again. And we're gonna have Yuffie cast Big Guard, which will also decrease the damage that Ruby Weapon's attacks deal. Now, using Knights of the Round and Mime is super effective. Knights of the Round will deal 9,999 damage per strike. Considering they can hit 13 times, that means that they will deal over 100,000 damage per turn. I believe they deal 100,029. So, considering Ruby Weapon has 800,000 hit points, you only need to summon Knights of the Round 7 times to finish it off. And since you paralyzed it beforehand with Hades, it can't even counterattack, so it makes the battle extremely easy and simple to deal with. I could literally finish this battle in 2 turns, because if I wanted at this point I could have Cloud and Yuffie mimic Tifa, and that would mean that I would use Knights of the Round 3 times per turn. So in 2 turns I could finish off Ruby Weapon. Like I said, Ruby Weapon really, with a little preparation and a few mastered materials, Ruby Weapon is an absolute joke. You have nothing to worry about. It's a lot easier than, in my opinion obviously, it's a lot easier than Emerald Weapon. Because I feel that Emerald Weapon with its size can be a lot more troublesome. While it's paralyzed, you can just use Double Cut. Though I do believe that my characters might need another hero drink. But as you can see, it really is simple. Okay, it's gonna start moving again, so all you need to do is repeat the process. Like I said, its tentacles will drain your character's MP. However, to counter that, you can just you can either use Magic Hammer, throw a Turbo Eater to one of your characters, or just use Knights of the Round. Since Yuffie is mimicking Tifa, she should also have her HP and MP restored. You can finish this battle really quickly. "13 more hits, all dealing maximum damage." Like I said, I'm dragging this fight a little bit on purpose, but it's really simple. Plus, this is probably the only fight you'll see me... actually, so far it's the only time that I've used Knights of the Round in the game. I suppose this tactic could also be used against Emerald Weapon, but I've already showed a bunch of strategies to deal with Emerald Weapon. Keep in mind that using Barret and the Anger Max trick with Counter and Mime combined works just as well against Ruby Weapon. You'll even finish it. You might not finish it faster because its defense is a lot higher than Emerald Weapon, but it really isn't a problem. See, since it's paralyzed again, then it won't be able to... Actually, now that I think... Yep, yeah, Yuffie will be able to use it. Since it's paralyzed, it will never counter Knights of the Round with Ultima. Like I said, if I really wanted to at this point, I could have already killed Ruby Weapon. But it's fun to have... It's nice to have a little fun in these battles. And I know again that there are multiple weapons to beat Ruby Weapon. This method is just pretty fast, and I feel that, once again, for someone who's playing the game for the first time or something, it's a method that works very nicely, because really all that you need to do is go to the Northern Cave and master a few materials. It really doesn't take that long. In fact, if you look at my in-game clock, and I've left my game on a few times, it really didn't take me that long to take care of this, you know, to master all of my material, because as long as you fight magic pots and movers, you're good to go. Poor Ruby doesn't even get a chance. I actually kind of feel bad. But this is against the super bosses in the game. Can you imagine doing this against Sephiroth? The guy would be dead in one turn, literally. By using this method, you also ensure that all of your characters are alive, so if for some reason you're still leveling up your characters or want to master materia, this is a pretty good method. Oh, it's moving again? Well, that's fine. But it won't survive for much longer. Oh, Ruby. You're almost dead. just ensure that you always summon Hades first. And if you don't want to, you know, endure the summon of Hades, because it does take a little bit, just throw a Dazer, it works just as well. And I'm actually wondering, does bad breath cause paralysis? Because if it does, it would work as well. Here we go again. Yeah, 13 hits at maximum damage. We're dealing 129,987 hit points or damage per turn, so, or per Knights of the Round. So I'm pretty sure Ruby might die after this one. If it doesn't, it's okay, I'll just strike it a few more times and it should get the job done. We don't even need any limit breaks. And you know, if you want, you can like go and grab a glass of water or something while the Knights of the Round summon happens. Is this enough? Let's see. Not. Oh, there we go. Bye bye, Ruby Weapon. Thanks for being a good sport. And everyone survives. Look at the amount of experience points and AP that Ruby Weapon gives. And we gain a trophy or an achievement. That's nice. So yeah, if for some reason you wanted to master some materia, Ruby Weapon would be the weapon to choose for sure. And this method works. The Desert Rose. I guess we have to go and give the old man flower. And that's that. All of the super bosses are taken care of. Let's just go and seek the old man and give him the Desert Rose so that he can go on his... I know, I want to take my Chocobo. So back to calm. And that's that. Really simple procedure. Easier to beat than Emerald Weapon in my opinion. It really isn't. Obviously, like any boss, if you're not prepared for the fight, of course it's gonna be hard. But if you've been following my walkthrough, you were prepared and you probably even defeated Ruby Weapon a lot faster. So let's give the old guy the Desert Rose. That will make him happy, I guess. Where's the Chocobo? Okay, this is a gold Chocobo, so you know. Yeah, I did all the work and you're... Okay, right, are you just going? I'm surprised the Chocobo was able to climb the stairs or whatever. Yeah, I'm not coming back, I'm sorry. Because this gold Chocobo has terrible stats. Not that I'm going to participate in the Chocobo races anymore. But I guess this Chocobo will just stay here and live in the old guy's room forever. Yeah, you're gonna poop the entire room, but that's okay. And that's that, guys. We are almost done with Final Fantasy VII. Emerald Weapon was defeated, Ruby Weapon was defeated, everything was taken care of. There's only one thing left to do, which is take on Sephiroth and his mama. But that's for the next segment. And quite frankly, I'm looking forward to avenge Ares, so it's gonna be a good one. So I hope you guys found my strategy useful to deal with both Emerald and Ruby Weapon. Like, as you saw, they really aren't that complicated. I feel that in the Final Fantasy games there are more powerful super bosses. Ozma comes to mind in Final Fantasy IX, but with some preparation, Emerald and Ruby Weapon really aren't that hard to deal with. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all later when we storm again, the Northern Cave once again, and we take care of Jenova and Sephiroth.